Welcome to another episode of the Crypto Spendthrift Podcast. Going right into Coin Watch. So as always, Bitcoin, the classic, for the maximalist and the entry level. Bitcoin's always old, reliable for gains, long-term gains, and generally being able to resist most of what gets tossed at it. Bitcoin Cash is still on the watch list, but it's really seeming like a risky play long-term wise. I mean, the whole mining network is still concerning. Some people are saying it's actually unprofitable for some of these miners to be mining it now. It's a very seesaw kind of situation with is it actually doing well or is it doing bad? It's worth watching, but it's not worth too much putting too much into it. Like, if you still have your share from when it split off, like when Bitcoin split off, then that's fine. But I wouldn't be putting any new money into Bitcoin Cash anytime soon. It's a very uncertain future for for multiple years out. But short term, it's still going to be here. Ether, big news for Ethereum later in the show, in the news segment. But Ethereum is a good hold. Like I said, like I've been always saying, it has a lot of corporate backing, and you'll figure out even more later. But it has a lot of corporate backing, so it's going to be around for a while. Might even get to the point where it's too big to fail. Who knows? Ethereum's always a solid bet. Litecoin. Last time I kind of ragged on Litecoin for being obsolete, but its price shot up. Why? Still kind of like, who knows why? I mean, it's kind of development-wise is kind of faster on the Lightning Chain or Atomic Swap or whatever than most things, but still, Litecoin's not really a preferred coin of anybody. It's just kind of there because it's been there for a while. I don't know. Litecoin's it's an odd one. Will it die anytime soon? I don't think so. If it lasted this long, it's still going to be some kind of really budget silver to Bitcoin's gold, even if at one point it was like the premium. Neo is I think this one just needs time. Like, it shot up super fast when Ant shares became Neo. Well, super fast in the real life sense, not really crypto world sense, but it still needs some time to really mature and see what direction it's going to go. If it's either going to like stagnate in the double digits or it's going to pierce the triple digits. Ultimately, I think it's going to be piercing the triple digits. It's just deciding when it's going to do that is a very, very difficult choice or opinion to give, because anytime soon, I don't see it anytime soon hitting triple digits, but who knows what could happen. But I do believe it will hit at least 100 eventually, because just all the kind of factors go into it, the market cap, the team behind it, how many people are pulling for it. Triple digits seems fair for it. Qtum, still think this is a bit undervalued. It's yo-yoing with the rest of the altcoins, but ultimately worth a bit more because Bitcoin's been going up. But this one's we'll have to see kind of coin too, because it's just too early to really tell how much it's gonna go crazy, even if from the current performance it has given us. Even comparing that, you really can't measure if it's going to be exponential or is it going to be more stable, or if it's going to do it before all this regulation hits. Who knows? Monero, we're going to have a big discussion on that later in the news. Muse, this one's coming out of left field, but Muse is finally making headway. I'm proud of it. I had Muse for a long time because I was with BitShares when it was just what was it called? It started with P. Crap, I forgot what it was called, but it started with P. Proto Shares. Yeah, there you go. With BitShares when it was Proto Shares, the CPU mined, and the release was on the release announcement on Bitcoin Talk and all that. I remember that in November of something, 2014, 15, something like that. Not 15, probably 2013, 14, something like that. November, I remember that. But Muse, the concept is good because I've been deep into music industry knowledge lately because the other like venture that I'm undertaking, but it's really aiming to solve the most complex part, which is who's getting paid what and when, and it's making the when instant, and the what just like you gotta the who and what is being solved by that. Omnisig Go, OMG, coin, whatever, formalizing a McDonald's partnership. That's I'm not really sure how this partnership's going to work out for them. We'll see. I'm not really one of those people who knew about this specific coin balling out like it did. Didn't really see it because I just didn't know. But I'm definitely watching it now since it's this strategic partnership with like McDonald's China or whatever. Next on the list for news, global regulators are really talking about cryptocurrency more and more. Pretty concerning. For example, I've been seeing a couple articles on China, Russia, really clamping down on the rhetoric. Really clamping down on the rhetoric of trying to regulate and enforce their will upon the cryptocurrency sphere. How well that's going to work, no clue. But I know China was really saying they're going to ban all ICOs. And it's really all because of these ICOs and people not yet losing their money on a wide scale, but could happen. Could very much happen in a few months when most of these things are like the technology's not there or the team's not there or just they don't do what they're supposed to do. Ethereum struck a deal with a Russian development bank. Not surprising, but very good news. Ethereum, like I said, all these corporate partners going to be too big to fail. Monero has its own version of LocalBitcoins now. This is the biggest news today. Why? Because this is dangerous. I'm going to say right now, don't use it. Do not use this LocalBitcoin for Monero, because 100% there will be federal agents who will destroy you for using this, because Monero is basically the dark web coin, and I mean it is the dark web coin. It is the money laundering coin. Don't even mess with this. It is bad. Just avoid all costs. And finally, Kick raises 50 million before its 75 million ICO from Polychain Capital and Pantera Capital. This is an interesting development, mainly because I feel like it's a really ballsy move compared to all these SEC don't do this, don't do that, and even the SEC saying companies are doing ICOs to pump stock and pump value of their company, and they're doing this pre-sale before this ICO, which kind of like supports the SEC's argument here. But I don't know. All these companies are really playing with fire with what they're doing with ICOs. If I was doing ICOs, I had to be not involved in America in any shape or way. shape, or form, and really keeping your legal team ready. And final segment, True Talk Thursday. Topic today is keeping it real in your environment. This is more like the real topic is how much your environment can improve a lot of things. Because, True Talk Thursday is about the external, while Mondays are internal. And this external is all about being in certain places, spark certain attitudes, habits. If you find yourself in bad habits, attitudes, says probably your environment is really contributing to it. Either something as basic as a job is forcing you to eat out and you live an unhealthy lifestyle, to you might have a very unhealthy influences people-wise onto why you are doing certain things. It's probably one of the first things you need to change up to aid in your quest of changing yourself up. Because if the external doesn't change with the internal, then it's not going to really hold up for most people unless you have an iron will. And if you had an iron will, it really wouldn't be a problem from the start. So keep a look on your external environment. This is something crypto's not really doing right now. They're not looking at the external legal environment, and they're going to really pay the price for it in the future. So keep that in mind. Personally, just a little personal, this thinking benefited me. How I can really feel the differences in being in certain places, and how certain places are more productive to work and getting things done than other places. And you will be surprised once you make the change. Just trust me, make the change yourself for the better. This has been a Crypto Spendthrift with another super fast episode, a little faster than I wanted. I'm talking a bit fast. Time limit's coming down again. Time limit's coming down. A lot of stuff to do. Well, a lot of stuff to do in a short amount of time, because trying to wake up early. But don't worry. Eventually I'll nail this timing down in this new environment and be able to produce something that I could talk slower to. But it's still in. I gave you the most solid advice about the local Bitcoins to avoid that. So if you didn't care about anything in this podcast, care about that. Don't use the Monero local Bitcoins, and don't use local Bitcoins, because you will, you can use it, just use it once. Don't use it constantly, or you will be destroyed by feds. See you Monday on the next episode of Crypto Spendthrift. And don't forget to review us with 5 stars on every platform you're listening to this on.